Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt186, and real quick, I'm going to take a look at Redragon's new switches. Now, they have 6 new switches available, and these are a collaboration event they had with Otemu to come up with their own switch designs. So these are all Redragon designs implemented by Otemu. This whole family of switches is known as the A113 Bullet switches, and we're going to go over them real quickly and give you a sound test so that you can hopefully find something you think sounds good. I think this will be important as they're going to start implementing these in keyboards, and you may want to know what they sound like if you were to choose. These switches are factory lubed, and every switch in the A113 family is a 3-pin switch, so it'll be compatible with just about any PCB and any of the mechanical keyboard setups that you want to go with. The Bullet S is a quiet linear switch, similar to MX Speeds with 35 gram force. It does have a little bit of a middle clack, and it requires little force for depression to actuation. It's actually a very satisfying switch. The Bullet B is loud, clicky, and tactile, similar to blues with a high 50 gram force of depression to actuation, and it's most clicky like most blues would be. If you've heard a blue switch before, just imagine that, and that's really what this is. Now, the Bullet QT is listed as a tactile clicky switch with a soft actuation but 50 gram force depression to actuation. It's a heavy press that's very quiet, extremely quiet. Think of a silent switch. And it's not the only one in this lineup, because the Bullet QL is a softer version of this, which doesn't have so much of an actuation feel as you depress it. It's very similar to MX Silence, also requiring 45 gram force, and it is noticeably lighter depression to actuation. It's also super quiet, just like its brother switch, the QT. It most reminds me of rubber dome switches, so imagine something like that when it comes to these silent switches. You kind of feel like you're typing on a rubber dome switch. The Bullet F is a heavy tactile switch, and it has 50 gram force depression to actuation with a lower clack and heavy force, feeling very satisfying when you depress it. It's very similar to my glorious Link switches that I just put on a keyboard, and I very much enjoy those. The Bullet R is the most common switch that you'll come across. This is very, very similar to any red switch out there, especially Otemu red switches. I couldn't honestly tell you if there's a difference between this one and a typical everyday Otemu red switch. They sound very similar. It's soft and tactile with a high clack sound, and also requires 50 gram force depression to actuation. Personally, I'm torn between the F and the R, but I would also say the S sits pretty high on my list. That's personal preference though. If you're somebody that likes the click clacky sound of a blue switch, then you may be more interested in something like the Bullet B. Anyways, that's a little bit of a description about that if you need to come back and listen to that again, but let's do the demo real quick so that you can hear what they sound like for yourself. I did my best to record them and just kind of give you a simple feel for what they sound like. It is very difficult to hear the silent switches, so keep that in mind. They are super quiet. Think rubber dome switch quiet. Anyways, let's pause here and take a listen. Anyways, guys, that's a quick demo of these switches to hopefully help you out in what they sound like and a little bit about what they are. I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video that I do.